Hello, I'm back again. So, the topic today I want to discuss is I was talking to a few friends about moving back to India, and the suggestions and opinions I got from them were not surprising, more or less us on a similar path. So, I asked a few of my friends, I'm planning to move back to India. What do you think about it? And they go like, why are you trying to do that? Why are you trying to uproot your life? Why are you trying to uproot from here and go back there? How are you going to manage? So I'm planning to go to Bangalore initially. I'll see how it goes from there. So they're like, have you do you know anything about the Bangalore traffic, how bad it'll be, the working hours will be different and all those things. So in general, what I found is like when you want to do something or something like this, especially going back to India or something like that from United States or any of the developed countries, you can call them. What happens is a lot of people don't understand your objective, and they advise from their point of view. So the problem is, if you ask them these kind of questions, they definitely, or you share your, sorry, if you share your goals, right, like this, that I want to do this. What I found is most of the people, some people are like, they'll try to be supportive of your decision and they'll try to advise you the pros and cons. At the same time, some people go extra criticizing things, right? That this may happen, that may happen. What is the reason? What exactly would be the reason behind the rational, right? Why they suggest like this, like rather than saying that you probably will survive there, because we moved from India to here. For me, by the way, 14 years back, uh, we moved here, and when we came, we just came with the two bags, check-in two bags and cabin bags and those kind of things. Same for my wife. So total four bags we came with it, and we settled here, and we're doing good, and everything is good. Now going back, we're thinking so much, and why people suggest like you'll not be able to adjust there because of some of the reasons, and why that happened, why people think that way. That's what I'm trying to understand, because everybody's point of view is different. It's definitely one of the big reason what I think is the change. When there's a change in your life, right? When it's a small change or a big change, it changes you. Your brain stops you, that you shouldn't be doing this, because I think that's how we are wired. Looks like whenever you want to change anything, like suppose you go to office and you take certain road to your home to your office, and if that road is closed for a week or so and you have to take some alternate route, and then every single day you take the alternate route, you'll be like, why this road is closed? That was like you probably driving extra 1 mile or 1 kilometer or whatever it is, right? But at the same time, it makes you think that, oh, it's difficult, right? Same like when you're working in an office or somewhere, right? You change your job, you go to the new job, and when you're making that change, you always get anxious, right? How the new job will be, and how my new team members or new organization or new boss will be, and all those things basically stops you from making that move. Same thing happens with India also, because it's bigger than changing a job or taking a different road, but it's bigger than that. Of that, definitely, it's a change in the country. You're going to live in the new country, not the new country. You know about India, but the new atmosphere for your kids and you, which you had lived long time back. So it's a new experience for you. But at the same time, the change always painful, but it can be fruitful for you in the future. So that's I think that's one of the big reason why people just say that don't do that, because when you think about changing, right, moving back from here, you have to sell everything here. Like you're living here comfortably, you have everything set up here, you don't have to do anything. Now, when you go from here, you have to get rid of a lot of stuff you have. Like we can talk about this in the next video or something. You have to get rid of so many things, right? You have to set up everything from scratch in India. You will definitely end up shipping some of the things from here to India. So all that burden, right, thoughts in your mind, like putting, like I have two kids, putting the kids to the new school, right, in India, finding the school, finding the admissions, moving back on the right time so they can get into school, looking at the budget according to which school they can go to, because schools are really expensive in India also, right? Every single city have different kind of schools, right? And here is like they're going to some school, right, which is a county school, which is free for you. All those things, when you start thinking about like selling your car, it's one of the if you're living, if you don't have a house, the next expensive thing is your car. The first expensive thing would be a house. You need to get rid of your house, you need to sell it for the good price. Car will be the second thing. Like when you're trying to sell your car, you'll see how much it depreciated, and all those things comes to your mind. So it comes all together, and things make you think like, am I making this right decision to do this or not? And then when you start asking this kind of questions, or not asking question, or telling people that I'm trying to do this, they'll be like, are you sure about this? Because this is gonna be difficult, right? They're right. They're right. It's gonna be difficult, but still there are some benefits. You're gonna definitely get some benefits living in India. There are some benefits. One of the biggest benefit, you're living in your country, you're a citizen of that country, you're living in that country where you came from, the religious festivals and everything you can relate to. Now, if you look at your next generation, right, like my kids, the most exciting thing from them, the Christmas. I don't have any problem with that, but they're, I'm Hindu, but I celebrate all the festivals. But at the same time, they're forgetting a lot of Hindu festivals, Indian festivals. Like they don't know, we celebrate Diwali, but for them, it's totally different. It's not like going on the streets and, doing the crackers on those things and all those fun, which still happens here, but it's not the same. You're trying to recreate something here, which is not a actual thing in this country. You look at Thanksgiving, and those festivals are from United States, and they celebrate differently those festivals. Everybody talks about them. So one of the things is, like, you miss out on those things. You can hardly explain those things in words to anyone. Only people. And one more thing I found is like, most of the people who live in the United States have this thing in their back of mind, then one day I'll go back to India. Once I have X amount of money, once I have X amount of things, I'll go back. So it's like, they are stuck in there, and I'm one of them, right? So we all stuck in the mindset that one day we'll reach to this target and we'll do this. That is something I learned, that most of the people advise you. So if you made up your mind, right, then go for it rather than asking people for the suggestions, because everybody's going to suggest something different. It depends on their background. It depends on the relationship they have in India. It depends on the life they lived, because all those things matters. Everybody is different. Every single person is different. So even your brother thinks differently than you, right? Everybody in the family thinks different. So person who's making those decisions is different. So so if you're planning to move back, and you're or not only planning to move back, trying to do anything in your life, ask, explain, like talk to your friends and everybody if you want to, right? But at the same time, not every suggestion you get necessarily is the right thing. And if you feel deep down that this is something you want to do, even though there are problems, you are ready to deal with them. So one of the two things possible. One of the things is like everything will be really good and you'll enjoy, and everything will be like you thought. Second will be like, it'll be painful, you'll not like it, and you'll have problems. But if you made up your mind and you think that I'm ready to deal with the problems for the good, I'm going to get out of it. For the better, I'm going to get out of it. So then do that, because that's the only thing we can do. That you need to rely on your gut feeling sometime. It's not always, this, there's no other way to do that. Otherwise you'll be counting the days and counting the years, that one day I'll do this, I'll reach X amount of money in my bank account, and then I'll do that. Or I'll reach to the X amount of position in my career, then I'll do that. or my kids will be that this much year old, then I'll do that. So those kind of things, I just wanted to talk about this because I'm going through this, and I just want to share my feelings. If you have any comments or suggestions, definitely comment that. I would love to know from everyone, one of you, that what do you think about it. It's one of the thing. Making decision is always tough. Whether it's there are a lot of decisions you make in your life. Like marriage is one of the decision. The person you're trying to marry to, you just meet them few times and you make the decision. Unless so, if you like if you look at the things when people meet with their future mate so many times and spend time with them, like live relationship or those kind of things, and then they break up, right? Because you spend too much time without committing on something. That's what I feel. I may be 100% wrong though, right? That's what I feel, that if you think too much about something, you'll never make decision on that. So you need to decide few things which are really important to you, 1 or 2 points, and go for that, and then take a leap of faith. That's the best way to go for it. I'm just explaining this thing because I am going through this, and I feel it may help someone who's trying to do this or someone's thinking about it. I'll definitely keep you posted what I'll end up doing it. If I'm doing this, I'm trying this. Let's see how it goes. I'll keep making these videos and I'll keep sharing with you guys if you want to watch. And I probably answer your questions. Thank you.